Yeah, buddy. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Childish coming back with the random update episode, whatever, whatever you want to call it. Just got off a long day of work. Trying to grind out my energy here and there, but I didn't get an opportunity to do um, a lot of uh, a lot of rune removal stuff early on, but just came back and I kind of just put a little side note here as far as much as stuff I moved around, and it came out to be 1.7 million worth of runes moving around, and of course, some of that was added up because I would change out the runes on a certain unit, you know, screenshot the stats, change it on another unit, screenshot the stats, so on and so forth. And I did that with like 3 or 4. So I'll talk about my changes in the PvP realm first, and then I'll talk about my PvE units, and then we'll get into anybody else on the side that I'm still considering changing or trying to figure out what to do. So let's see. So right now, for PvP, Megan actually did not change at all. She's at 182 speed, right? So, overall, I'm going to be trying to look for more of these runes for the 4th slot, 5th slot, and probably the 1 slot with better, speed plus accuracy. So something like this where you got like, try to get something with double-digit speed and double-digit accuracy, or double-digit hit points, double-digit speed, one of those combinations. But speed and accuracy, obviously, I'm trying to get her over 200 speed. But with all the runes that I switched around, there was nothing that I can switch around for the better. So, again, no update on Rogue, but just to do a quick showcase, Violent Energy. Nothing has really changed with this spec. He has definitely shown himself to be above and beyond what I expected, and has definitely, uh, you know, helped me with the win of various arena fights that I shouldn't have won. So, good game, Violent. Let's see here. So, Ardella, nope, I know you love this girl. I love this girl. She has been the wind beneath my wings, right? So, no changes here. I'm waiting for a 6-star crit damage rune. A while back, I ended up 15. I ended up just plus 15 this because I literally got that rune like one of my first 5-star runes, and I haven't been able to find anything else. I won't go through all these units, but again, no changes in Jameer. Just working on getting that 6-star rune here. I think there was another rune that I was trying to replace. No, that was the only one I really wanted to replace. If I find a more defensive based rune here with more hit point and defense percentage similar to these two, excuse me, then I'll do it. But for the most part, that's not going to change. So Lucian, nothing has changed again. Just running through it, guys. I apologize for the slow run, but again, it's rage blade with attack, crit damage, attack. I'm trying to get a 6-star attack damage. Actually, I take that back. I did recently get this rune from some Giants runs, so put this one on. Crit rate a little bit up. I lost a little bit of my crit damage, but I want it to be over 50% crit rate. And with the crit damage plus my crit damage tower, I'm pushing over 165 crit damage. So he's actually doing pretty good. Switched out some runes here. So Swift Energy was his normal setup, but I recently bought 2 6-star hit point runes. So I'm going to utilize those here, and then hopefully I'll get I'll find a nice defensive rune here. You guys probably haven't seen it yet, but I have my episode 14 of Critical Thinking is Childish, talking about balancing my support units, balancing certain units, and definitely support. I'm a big fan of having a little bit of a hit point and defense in all aspects of the runes, whether it's primary stats or substats, unless the unit is built, based on hit points alone. And for a support unit like this, I think that it can go both ways with hit points as well as defense. So this will probably be the biggest change, one of the two biggest changes here. I've been talking about this for about 15 episodes, and I finally got it done. A lot of runes. This is probably about 750,000 worth of rune swapping in here and there between other people just to get this one here. So we got Soha, and we know the strength of her, and we're going to utilize her in arena. So I definitely want to mix her up as well as Clara, as I've told you before. I want these two units in there. I'm getting tired of going back and forth between Megan, Ardella, and Lucian. For the strong wind team. I need more water units that I can rely on for the hard fire teams. And obviously with this water being strong against fire, this is definitely going to help out with fire-based hit point teams that are rocking Chloe or any Chloe-based team. So as you can see, we are rocking a lot of the runes that I got from Arya, with the exception of this rune right here. Got this one about 2 weeks ago. Awesome speed, awesome accuracy, perfect rune. Took this one off of my Kaz, my water samurai, and because of the double-digit speed, it is a 4-star rune, but you can't deny a double-digit speed there. Plus 14 speed is huge, and then of course speed runes all the way around. So this one here is not. It's not a speed-based rune, but I wanted the accuracy, and then the 20% resistance was actually going to help me quite a bit as well. So when I get a better speed rune, I think the only other one is a 4-star speed rune, maybe? I might have put it somewhere. I must have put it on one of my other units, so it gave me plus 5 speed. I'm looking for a 5-star, 6-star rune that has a raw stat of, plus 4 to plus 6 speed, so I can hopefully get that up to double digits. So, truthfully, 184 is the speed. My end goal is to get her to 200. And Megan upwards of 225. So right now I am not optimally set up in the arena. Right now my Soha is going to go before my Megan. Unfortunately, I just kind of worked out that way. But I know that some of the runes that I have here, the 4 slot, the 5th slot, and then the 1 slot will eventually, be runes that I'll replace for double-digit runes. If I get a nice 6-star Swift rune with some good stats similar to this, and the things, I'll definitely throw it on her. The plus 3 speed is plus 3 speed, and that might, make or break a fight when I'm trying to get it above. I'm here. So, why did I bring this up? Again, another crowd controller with the despair set, but then I need, I want to basically take down fire teams that are Chloe-based teams or whatnot. So no changes here. So just a quick rundown of the runes. A lot of these runes got the plus 15 now, or 3 runes, excuse me. So she is looking really good. I don't plan on changing her runes anytime soon. Overall good stats. Definitely going to be a candidate for a 6-star because she's really, really good, and I don't have any strong fire AoE based units. I stopped using Acelia a long time ago. I just kept her here just for whatever reason, and haven't been able to use her. So last one for the that could possibly be for arena, but actually that's probably the last one here. This is probably we're gonna probably switch over to PvE. So PvE here. We got Hua. So Hua was always been Swift Focus, and with Swift Focus, she was sitting just under 11,000 hit points, about 20 less attack than what she has now, about 60 less defense that she has now, and about 8 less speed that she has now. Her accuracy was 100. Her crit damage. Crit rate was the same. Crit damage was about 110, but that's because I was using a 5 slot or a crit damage rune in the 4 slot. So I finally made the choice to get her over to the violent focus. She's going to be rocking speed, attack, and accuracy. Because she's set up for PVE. You know, obviously my goal is not to do any damage, but make sure that her passive lands and lands every time. So I basically took off my Swift runes, kept my Focus runes because these are very, very good balanced runes with speed as well as accuracy, good stats here. And then just threw on a good mix of my runes from Neil. So Neil originally was Violent Spec, and will probably still be Violent Spec. I just need more Violent runes to fill out. But she was mainly utilized for Giants runs. I did showcase her quite a bit in Arena on certain situations. But end game, I don't have a use for her unless I do get some units that are based off of invincibility, like a Katrina or Katarina, whatever, something like that. But right now, my focus is my top 6-7 units. So Clara, Soha, Lucian, Jameer, Ardella, Rope, and Mega. Those are going to be the top 7 units there for Arena. And my goal is to be focusing on those rooms. So back to PvE. We got 2 support units that did make a little switch. I already told you about him. Fail, epic fail. So Shannon, moving on to Shannon. Lil Miss Shannon is still rocking the spare. No runes changed as far as the despair goes, but the endure runes didn't change. I took her Arena 6-star hit point rune off of here, and then I bought this one about 2 weeks ago and just kind of sat it in there for the next rune removal so I can put it on. So stat wise, she is actually just right around the same hit points, a little bit higher in the hit points than she was prior to. But of course, the runes are not maxed out. They're plus 12 and plus 9 respectively. So when I get these maxed out, she's going to be sitting up there at the 14 to 15k mark, which is where I want my support units to be for 12 to 15k, 600 to 800 defense, across the board for my support units. Let's see. I'm going to be messing around with this. I probably will take these off by the time this video is over, but I'm going to be doing a little PvE with Lucian. Just had some extra spare runes with a little bit of attack on him, a little bit of hit points. So just kind of playing around with it. Don't really know what I'm going to do with it. But more than likely, I'm just playing around with it now tonight. And before the rune removal closes, I'm going to take off all the runes. And then, when I feel the need to put them back on to go ahead and give it a go again, I will. But I want to keep them open and have that option of utilizing them for somebody that might be able to be used. So Neil's going to be out for now. Arya's going to be out for now. I did replace her runes for the time being if I do need to use her for TOA. But she's not going to be speed heavy. So she originally had the majority of the runes that I put on Soha. But now she's going to be a little bit lower speed. But again, I'm not really concerned about having tons of speed on the PvE side, because PvE side, the units don't really have a lot of speed, and I'm already rocking a speed leader. So my goal is not to get the maximum amount of speed, which is why I made the change from Arya to Soha, putting the best speed-based despair runes on her, despair and focus runes on her. So it should be interesting, guys. We'll go ahead and do just a couple of arena, just to kind of showcase the stuff here. We're gonna go ahead and see if we can find a Chloe type team. If not, we'll just utilize a Megan, Mega based team and try to use Soha. Here we go. Alrighty, so let's get her in there. We got a lot of fire and wind, so we'll keep her open there, and then we'll rock Miss Soha. So we'll see how good this. Where's she at? Where's she hiding? There we go. We'll see how good this Chloe speed is. Watching now, every Chloe fight I fight, it's gonna be like they're gonna have crappy speed. So very, very good. She's up first, removed, and we are set. So perfectly. Well, I don't want to say perfectly because it isn't. I want Megan to put the buffs on Soha, before we get it going. But Hopefully, between, let's see, I kind of want her to not have any buffs if she puts the buffs on. So, gonna go ahead and run this again because I know that they're gonna be putting Megan's buffs up. Gotta try this out. Come on, hit him. Get your little buffs up so I can take them off. Wow, dude, putting a little thing up in there. Whatever. All right, so I'll just go ahead and utilize it now. Just try to get the extra stuns in. Got one. Was hoping for more, but that's all right. Try to get this defense down. Not having too much luck. Give me a stun. Good. That's a good thing. She has, since she's awakened, she has a stun or the freeze. So as long as one of them lands in that first attack, I'm happy with that. Definitely with a 25% chance to, stun the person and her having an attack that hits 3 times. I definitely have a better chance than other, PvE users that are, that are available. So reset is in and we are good. Let's get it going. That's the one thing too I like about Soha. Her second attack is a heal, so it kind of provides a little bit of more support for her survivability. Because normally the arena fights that I run are not, they don't have any, any heals in them. So, yeah, buddy. I don't know. I wish I don't have anybody to remove effects. So, let's see. We got a lot of DPS here. Let's see what we can do. I want to one-shot, shoot. Yeah, I want to isolate the DPS on Jameer, so we're going to take a gamble here. Put Clara in, isolate the DPS on Jameer, and then go for Lucian right away. I'm going to send everybody on Lucian. I want Lucian down ASAP. Even though I know she can be one-shotted with Ardella. Even if I can get this attack debuff to land, which is great, I did. Really, really strong. So even if he gets his attack off, I'm okay with that. I am perfectly fine with that, but it looks like we got lucky here with double fire. And we'll go ahead and get crazy with it. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh man, Rogue Beast Mode. Rogue Beast Mode, baby. Let's see what we got. All right. Testing the waters with the new setups. All right, all right. All right, and let's see if we can do a refresh and find one more here. Hopefully we find like a Clara or Chloe. Nothing. All right. We ain't finding nothing, but we got 2 fire units here, so let's go ahead and do it to it. Play around with Miss Soha here. Whoops. Yeah, I forgot that she has she attacks first, so that's all good. We'll just utilize her for the opportunity to AoE stun. I got the reset in, so I will reset after this next turn if I need the turn. Get him down. I love her DPS when oh, that's right. She's not fatal focus. Fail. Okay, so when the defensive buff is on and she hits a fire base unit, she's doing 8 to 10k every time. But now that she's despair, I forgot she's not she doesn't have as much DPS. So Definitely got to watch out for that. But again, that's my DPS is not my intention. I'm just here to do that anti-control. So yeah, so I'm really excited when I get some when I get some more speed on Megan. You know, getting Megan the lead, and she's gonna be great. I'm actually looking forward to even using her a little bit for defense too, because even if she doesn't, even if the other team, maybe they got a Chloe, or maybe they got a buffer that gets it before me. She has a little bit more. She has a little bit higher base speed than a Megan, so if I'm at the level where everyone, is coming in with a speed leader about, 19 to 20%, the speed tower, and then, the same units, I should have a little bit of an edge on Soha, but we will see when the time comes. Now, I apologize, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right there, just because I know that, with regards to looking at the runes and whatnot, the things already kind of gotten, a little bit long. So, hopefully, after I get caught up and probably about episode 42, 43 of Arena Grinding, you're going to start seeing me utilize these, because I already have other arena videos made before making these changes. But I'm going to post this one right away just so you can kind of keep update with me, kind of know where my runes are at for my guys. And then, of course, from the 42, 43 video on, I'll go ahead and update all my runes in the comment section below. So if you guys are ever curious about what rune specs I'm using for my units, just check out the description for my arena grindings, and you should be able to see it. If for whatever reason I don't show it on a new video, just take a step back on a few videos, and I should have it there. I'll probably be putting it up there shortly. So, all right. Thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I know looking at runes and whatnot, it can get really tedious and just tiring, but I like to talk about what the game plan is, and kind of let you know where I'm going with, because we see so many people out there that are just throwing runes on and have no idea what they're doing. They're just like, oh, this person said this is to work, but I want to show you really how I'm strategizing it, right? I want my Megan at 200 speed. I want my Soha at 190 plus speed. I mean, there's a lot of strategy to this. When you know that you're going against teams that are rocking 225 speed Chloes, you need to really play around with your speed so that you can be able to counter them. I mean, when you get this conquer level and above, 200 plus speed is like everybody can do it. So if you can't set it up so you can be right under there, so you attack right after they put those things up, I mean, it's crucial. So that's the level we're at, and that's the level I'm going to try to bring you. All right, this is Childish with Childish Plays, checking out. Take care. We'll see you next time.